Hey, hi guys. Today I thought I'll address one question about timelines because we've seen many a times that parents, when they want to start the process of flying with their pets, generally end up coming fairly late into the process, and then there's a lot of documentation that needs to get fast tracked. Maybe there are some regulation that we don't meet, etc., etc. Right? In order to keep the stress levels low for parents as well as for your pets, I think it's very very important to start the process at least. I think bare minimum, I think you need to just start talking to relocation agencies, or if you're doing a research, start doing that at least 4 months in advance. I think that is a bare minimum. And the reason I say 4 months is purely because of this, right? Most countries, at least nowadays, right, at least like say maybe US, Europe, if you're going to maybe Australia via an approved country or whatever, will require something called a rabies titer test. Now, rabies titer test can be done only after there's a waiting period. First of all, you need to do a microchipping. After you do the microchipping, then you need to vaccinate your pet because any vaccination done prior to the microchipping is generally not valid. Is Not generally, technically, it's not valid. Uh, but after you do the rabies titer, there is a 30-day, usually, right? Most countries, a 30-day waiting before you can draw the sample for the rabies titer test. And in some cases, there's a waiting time period before you can enter into the country. There's quarantine waiting period, etc., etc., right? And I think most importantly, you also need to make sure your dog or cat is used to the crate. So you also need to give them that much time. So everything put together, I feel bare minimum, I think you need to start the process like about say 4 months in advance, right? So in case anything is getting missed out, any documentation that needs to get done, all that can get done, taken care, etc. Of course, right, the crate training is a critical part. I think you may need to factor maybe 2 months for that. We have seen in our last 13 years of relocating pets, we have seen that as long as you can give it that 2 months of time, I think most pets, older, younger, pampered, whichever, right, sleeping on the bed types, also kind of get used to the crate. But we cannot push them to kind of get used to the crate very quickly. So that's it guys. I think start early. I think this is definitely my recommendation. It just reduces stress on everybody, and more so on your pets because they are probably flying for the first time. So don't push it too much. Start the process. At least start talking to relocators, start doing your research, get the microchipping done. There's some waiting period and so on and so forth. So keep this in mind. 4 months minimum, right? There are some countries which will require more, but your relocator or your research will help you unravel that. Hope this helps. Safe travels. Bye.